This is the Discology Music Club, one take.
I wanted to know, just a little off topic, what you guys thought about like a Wale, because he's sort of an under the radar artist that I like, as far as like he doesn't get. I feel like Kendrick gets a lot of the pub that I wish Wale got, because I think Kendrick's good, but I think Wale is like my sort of right now.
I loved a mixtape about nothing. Loved it. I love that. Everything. The breeze.
Mixtapes are always good.
The pressure. Wale though, he's just too inconsistent for me sometimes. And I love Wale. I like Wale. I like Asher Roth. That whole first XXL freshman cover class, like that he was a part of. Like I was like really in that movement, like heavy. Like that's when I was on like Montclair radio doing my thing. Like those were my boys. But like with that being said, recently I have not heard
that's fair,
what I want to hear from him.
No, the reason I like him, and that's totally fair. That's why I don't think he is on that level where he gets a ton of play. He gets enough play, but where he doesn't get a ton. But I like him because I feel like he's a little bit more sort of poetic-y with the lyrics. I'm a lyric guy. I want to hear a story in there. I just think that he's not as good of a poet, sort of lyric teller as like a Lil Wayne is. You know what I mean? So, but I do really like him. But anyways, getting back, I mean, I know it's off topic, but I just wanted to know what you thought about Wale.
Wale is definitely like one of those guys, like, and I love him. I just wish that, I would hear more often from him and just a little bit more from him sometimes.
That could be a management thing too, because it could be like the label or management.
I feel like it always is. I feel like it always boils down to what the label and your management and your team is willing to put out there.
Yeah, how much money they want to put behind you and a lot of stuff, because a lot of it's just about throwing money at the wall and seeing what sticks.
And I think that happens to a lot of amazing artists, that they kind of get caught up and sucked up into that.
Yeah.
But then what happens with some of these other artists is that they kind of avoid that altogether. Like I feel like Cardi B is not a phenomenal poet. She's not. You know what I mean? Like Wale. So you have somebody like Wale who's a phenomenal poet. You could tell he's a writer. You could tell like he's immersed in the art. And then you have somebody like Cardi B, who, I'm not doubting her love for the art. I'm not doubting that. But the talent level is just completely different. You know what I mean? Like, Wale can write you a sonnet. He can write you a ballad. He can write you,
a soliloquy. He goes Shakespeare on you.
He can write you a nice, monologue. Whatever you need. Can Cardi do that? No.
Yeah. And from somebody who came from a little bit of a music background myself, and going to a technical school and doing music and making a lot of beats myself, like that's what resonates more with me, is somebody like a Wale who's immersed in the art craft of it. You know what I'm saying?
Who respects, because at the end of the day, because you're an engineer and you want your artist to be just as much as an engineer as you are. You know what I mean? As far as where, I'm putting this here, I'm putting this boom pap here, not just because it sounds dope, it sounds great, but
for that person who's listening to it with their eyes closed, just smoked a J, and they're actually taking in this song, and they go, and it's panned a little bit to one side more than the other, and they go, damn, that's dynamic. That's something that resonates. That's like, that takes me on a little bit of a trip, a little bit of a vacation from what I'm doing. It transcends sort of what I'm doing right now. That's like really good music. That's tough to get me there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that's what I look for. So somebody like a Wale, or anybody who appreciates the art part of it, or the craft part of it, that's something that's going to get me a little bit more excited than
we need to get more artists there. And it's tough because, you have the Jay-Z's that did it. You've got the Wale's that are doing it. And there's a lot of other people that are. It's just you don't see them. They're behind the scenes a lot of times. They're not able to break, basically. And, I feel like a lot of this conversation is that we have to try to support those people in their artistic ability for that capacity. Bring them up. Support them. Put them out there. At the same time, we also have to be a gateway to the awesome music of the past. Like, we have to be honest about, Jay-Z being honest and real about referencing Biggie, and just sort of bring it back so that you're a gateway for these people to know and learn where it came from, and then be a gateway to these up and coming people that are just mastercraft, but they're just not known.
Yeah.
That's such an important thing. And I think we've been talking about that this entire time. It's the art, and it's amazing how it can be put out and we just need to find ways to do it.
It's a good time to get exposure for yourself, but it's tough to stand out because there's a lot of talent. There's a lot of people getting, like you said before, Alex SoundCloud and everything. You get yourself.
It's a lot of noise sometimes, even if it's all like moderate level of talent. It's all noise.
But even with that said, standing out. So like even the ones right now. So like I jokingly put out there like Little Pump, Tekashi 6ix9ine. Like these guys are now. I acknowledge them as being like that newer movement, and the way how they're differentiating themselves is by their hair, the face tattoos.
Do they?
But it's different, right? The rainbow hair. I've never seen another hip hop artist get away with that. You know why? Because everybody pull that card. Yo, you being fugazi. Yo, what the hell is this? And they're doing that to this kid, but he's still breaking through. And I appreciate the work that they're putting forward, because that has to be a 24-hour job. Making sure that as much criticism as you're taking in is as much work as you're doing to promote and continue producing your product. I give it to them. Like I said, the product that they're making may not be for me, but the hustle that they're putting in,
it's valid.
I can identify with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good call.
You know?